Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Wednesday live readings and energy update. My name is Sam Petru, Psychic Medium. I'd like to welcome you all this evening. Please let me know that you're there by making a comment or sending some of those likes and cares and love hearts. I love seeing all of that. Let me know if you're there. Lovely to see everyone. I hope you're all doing very well, of course. As you know, I love to connect with you every Wednesday just to check in on how the energy is actually going and also just to see what the universe has to say, whether there's any energy updates that we need to be aware of over the coming days. This very relaxed environment, please feel free to tag and invite your friends. This is streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube, so you may not necessarily see all the comments from everybody. But welcome. Welcome to all the familiar faces I can see and also to all the new people as well. Hello, Paula. I can see that you're there. I can see Kylie's there and Sil. Hi, Amanda, Kylie, Zoe, Louise. A lot of familiar and new faces. Hi, Cat, Betty, Dimmy. It's really lovely to see everyone coming together and connecting. This week's a very interesting week, I believe. Monday, we had our weekly guidance. So for those of you that have been subscribed and follow my page, you would have seen our weekly guidance on Monday. Those of you that are subscribed to my newsletter, you would have had that in your inbox as well. The energy this week was a little bit... how do you put it? It's like, looking beyond where we currently are and having that continued trust and that faith. I guess we might be going through a period this week where we might be feeling like the energy isn't going in the direction that we had hoped for. The energy may be, looking for that exterior validation and that support. And that was what our weekly guidance was all about this week. It was about not being fearful because we can't see the outcome and having continued faith and trust that the universe was going to be meeting us halfway as long as we continue to have that trust and that faith. So I really do hope that everyone's had a really good week and that you've been able to use all of those, that guidance so far this week. Please let me know how that's been resonating with you. Have you been faced any challenges that have made it a bit difficult and you've had to take a step back and just trust the overall process? It's really interesting to see how the energy unravels in that particular way. Speaking of energy as well, tomorrow we're actually heading into new moon energy. And it's a very positive energy where we talk a little bit about the bringing in of something new, which I find coincides very nicely with our weekly guidance. So, sometimes we can't see what's there, but as long as we continue to have trust and faith, we're always manifesting and moving towards where we're needing to be. Not only from our perspective, because as humans, we can't necessarily see what's best for us, but in terms of where we're universally meant to be as well. Now, as per the agenda for today, I will be giving out a couple of sessions, mini readings in a moment, so please stay tuned. I'm also just about to shuffle the cards just to give us a bit of an overview on what the remainder of the week's energy is going to be like. Just having a look through the comments. Hi, Melissa. I can see that you're there too. Tisha, thank you for tuning in. Deanne, lovely to see everyone. Stephanie's there as well. Okay. I'm just having a look at a few of the comments. Lovely. Okay. Oh, Stephen, so yes, step down from work here in Victoria. Trust it will work out for the best and the highest good. Also manifesting a second part-time job. Stephen, all the best down there. I'm actually in Sydney, so I couldn't imagine how it would feel to be in such circumstances. But I would love to send a lot of healing and a lot of positivity to everyone in Victoria, everyone in Melbourne. I know that the lockdown was, I think, for the whole of Victoria, not just Melbourne. So sending you all much healing and love. I do hope that, although it might be quite difficult, I always like to see what, the better side of things. So if you can actually use the energy of, self-care and nurture while things work out, and keeping that mindset positive, Stephen, that's the best thing that you can do. But yeah, please look after yourselves. It's really interesting also, Stephen, thank you for sharing where you're from. But if everyone, feel free to share where you're from. Where are you tuning in from at the moment? I know that with the joy of Facebook and YouTube, we are able to connect in all parts of the world all together. So yeah, feel free to share where you're from. As I just mentioned, I'm from Sydney. I do tend to travel quite a bit as part of my work and visiting clients in, Brisbane, Melbourne. I did have quite a few plans this year for that too. And we'll eventually get to other parts of Australia when things start to settle down, of course. But I will just give these a good shuffle. Now, this is a brief reading just for everybody, just to see where we're at this week and what we need to do, or what mindset we should actually have. So we'll just see what that's all about, and then I'll be happy to give a couple of readings away to those of you that have tuned in. Okay. Okay, giving these a really good shuffle, everyone. Okay, here we go. Wow, very interesting. So I've drawn a few cards out. The first one was all about, so we've got the sacral chakra. We've also got, the mental conflict card as well. Very interesting combination of cards. There were also a few others that I'll talk about as well in a moment, but when the sacral chakra comes up, this sort of governs all to do with our confidence, not only in like our overall well-being, but more so within ourselves. And when the card of mental conflict comes up next to it, it's telling us that you may have lost the, your own direction. You may be feeling like you're struggling as to what you need to do or where you should go. When the mental conflict card comes up, it usually means for you to step outside of the mind. So it means that you're overthinking things a little bit too much, and not to let things bog you down. It's actually impacting you more than what you probably realize. Now, energetically, and these are the last two cards that I drew as our overall energy, was Passion Ignited and the card of Suffering in Silence. Now, Passion Ignited is all about finding that, that drive, that motivation, what really gets your heart singing within you, regardless of what it might be. And so with the card of Suffering in Silence, now, at face value, that card sounds quite, underwhelming slightly. But if you can see from the imagery there, you can see that this beautiful lady is sitting at the top of the mountain, and she's looking over at the clouds and the sun, and she's quite relaxed, meaning that she's overcome all of those challenges. Being a number 9 numerologically as well talks about new beginnings and an ending to a current phase in your life. So it wouldn't surprise me to say that as long as you keep focused and motivated, you'll start to see the positivity in what you've been waiting for to start to protrude and to start to be shown to you. The worst thing that you can do right now is to give up and to stop trusting and believing in yourself. Trusting and believing in yourself can be quite hard, especially if you're going through a bit of a difficult time. But just remember to try and find that balance and come back to yourself and to rebalance that energy. If you're ever feeling stuck, I would highly recommend my free meditation that I've gifted to my little community, my chakra meditation. You can either search for it on my Facebook, or if you go to YouTube and look up my name, Sam Petru Psychic Medium, you'll actually find it there as part of the meditations. It only goes for about 6 minutes, but it's plenty of time to quickly rebalance yourself. Sorry if you can hear all the hoo-ha in the background, but Sebastian and Ollie are chasing each other around the house, so they're a little bit excited that we're all here together, most likely, I'm sure. No, very interesting midweek reading. Please let me know how that's resonating with everyone at the moment. For those of you as well that would like a full private reading with me, please take a look at my website at sampetru.com.au. My sessions are available by telephone, WhatsApp and Zoom, Australia-wide and internationally. Or for those of you who are based in Sydney, I offer my sessions in Leichhardt in Sydney's Inner West. Please take a look at my website for my full availability. As mentioned, I do tend to travel quite a bit under normal circumstances. I was actually in Brisbane only a couple of months ago. I do have vision of visiting Melbourne and Adelaide when things settle down as well. And also Perth and a few other spots too, which I'll announce shortly. Just having a quick look at the comments, I can see that a lot of you are actually really resonating with everything that's happening and what's come up. Lovely to see everyone going through, taking time for themselves, going through all of those changes that are happening in everybody's life. Perfect hashtag, Stephen. Hashtag don't give up. Very, very true, everyone. Please don't give up. We're all here together. We're all working on everything together. That's the joy of life, is that it is just a big opportunity to grow and learn and to love and to meet different people. What we're going to do now, everyone, is I would love to give a couple of readings away. So if you're feeling guided to receive a mini reading, please let me know. It is just a very relaxed evening. This isn't anything full on. If you feel guided, just put the word out there. If I'm guided to you, I'll draw a couple of cards and we'll see what the messages are. And we'll go with the flow, of course. Now, while I'm tuning in, I always go by who Spirit guides me to. Okay, Tisha, I'm actually guided to you today, Tisha. If you can please let me know that you're still there. I'm just going to give these a really good shuffle for you and we'll see what the guidance is all about. Okay. This is for Tisha, just confirming that you're there. I'm just giving these a really good shuffle for you, Tisha. Oh, you're welcome, Tisha. Thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for confirming that you're there. Okay. Giving these a good shuffle. Here we go. Tisha, your cards are showing me that it seems like you're in a bit of a different phase when it comes to the romantic part of your life. You've got the card of material harvest and the card of harmony. So to me, it feels like you're sort of open to receiving love. It's almost like the overall way that you've been dealing with things in the past. There's been a lot of lessons. There's been a lot of like a big journey when it comes to relationships with you. And I really do feel by looking at these cards that you've had a bit of an awakening in the way that the way that you allow others to treat you, but also how you treat others. So the energy seems to be quite balanced in this front. When these cards come up all together like this, it wouldn't surprise me whether if you're already in a relationship, it could mean that you're at that stage where things are starting to be a little bit more harmonious and a little bit more balanced. But it could also refer to you meeting someone new that might be in alignment as to who you are as a person. All you have to do, though, is that there is still a little bit of patience that is required during while things are worked out and while things are getting better. So please don't give up while that happens. The card of patience is usually about, setting the energy out there and letting things to grow. but also putting in that required effort to get things moving along as well. So energetically, Tisha, sending much healing to the relationships in your life, and making sure that they're harmonious and well balanced as well. Tisha, please let me know how that resonates with you, but definitely very positive on the relationship front for you too. Let's do this, everyone. I'd like to give another reading away. Please stay tuned. You might get selected. We'll see how many I can do, how many I'm guided to do. For those of you that would like a full session with me, please take a look at my website at sampetru.com.au for a reading. I offer them in Sydney and also by telephone, Zoom, and WhatsApp for those of you that are interstate or too far from Sydney, internationally as well. Giving these a good shuffle. This reading is for Miss Zoe Patelli. Zoe, please let me know if you're still there. I'm being guided to you. Just giving these a really good shuffle, Zoe. Oh, thank you, Zoe. I can see that your message popped up there. Thank you. Just giving these a really good shuffle for you, Zoe. And we'll just see what is happening in Zoe's life. You're welcome. Okay, here we go, Zoe. Oh, it seems like there's a lot happening. This is so interesting. There seems to be love is in the air today. Zoe, very positive for you too. The cards are showing me that you have had some disheartening in terms of the love side of things for you. Things may not have worked out well with a past relationship, which is being sort of shown by the card of suffering in silence. Now, interestingly enough, Zoe, you might recall that this was actually part of the reading that I just did at the beginning for our midweek guidance about suffering in silence. The good thing about it, though, is that you've got these other two, you've got these other two cards here, which is the card of harmony, and you've got the card of new beginnings. This is telling me that there is a new relationship for you. So if they're not already in your life, this is letting you know that this person is at your doorstep or around the corner. Seems like by looking at the surrounding cards, I feel like they're quite a grounded person, a gentleman that might come across as quite strong, but also has that empathetic and caring nature within as well. So many blessings with you there, Zoe. Please let me know how that resonates for you as well. Very interesting as well. Yeah, please let me know how that resonates with you, Zoe. Oh, Tisha, thank you for responding. Hi, Sam. Pretty amazing. Thank you. I'm married for 10 years, but yes, I feel like we're past the dramas nowadays. Relationships as in friendships. This makes a lot of sense. Hit the nail on the head, and patience is a very good, timely reminder. Thank you. Kindly as always, Sam. Tisha, thank you so much for responding, and I'm glad to hear that everything has balanced itself in your life. Many blessings to you. Thank you so much for sharing that as well. I know it's not always easy to open up live or publicly like this, so for those of you that do, it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. Interesting. Let's see. I would love to give another mini reading away, so please let me know if you're still there. Zoe Patelli, wow, thank you. Seems spot on. I would, sorry, there we go. Seems spot on. Thank you. Thank you, Zoe. I appreciate you responding as well. Lovely. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in so far. I would love to give another mini reading away. Please let me know if you're still there, and I'll give these cards a good shuffle for you. Lovely. Okay, who am I guided to today? Cat or Catherine, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please let me know that you're still there. I'm being guided to draw a few cards for you today. Just giving these a really good shuffle for you. Thank you so much, Catherine, or Cat, whichever you prefer to be called. I am tuning into your full name though, Catherine. Thank you. Great. Just shuffling. Here we go. Now, Catherine, there seems to be a bit of a challenge for you in the cards that I can see, and I do feel like it has a lot to do with the financial part of your life. This is a lot to do with, for example, work and money and all of that type of stuff. You've had the patience and planning card come upside down, and the card of shadow, which was right next to it. So it means that things might be taking a little bit longer for you to get where you need to be. And it's probably a little bit disheartening for you at this particular time. You've had the card of patience that has also come up over the top of everything. So it might be a little bit difficult in order for you to, move forward with this particular stuff. I would recommend, though, that the cards are coming up with the card of power. And when you've got the card of power, it's sort of identifying you in a way that there's a lot of opportunity for you. So this isn't the time to give up. The card of power is a very Leo-oriented card. And so when this card shows up, it means that you need to not give up. Put that, if you think of a Leo or a lion, they've got a lot of courage and strength. So when you might be feeling that you should be giving up, this card is sort of showing, no, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep pushing forward with it. Please be mindful of all of that too. The final card that came up for you, Catherine, was the card of triumphant success. So with this particular card, in traditional tarot, this is actually the Ace of Swords. So it's talking about not allowing anything to stand in your way and to continue to move forward with it as well. Now, please, everyone, let me know how that's resonating with you. How is that feeling with you, Kat, or Catherine? Sorry, I know I keep calling you both names because your username is Cat, but you've told me your name is Catherine. So please let me know how that resonates for you. Let me know how that resonates with you, of course. Thank you. Oh, Kat, thank you so much for responding. Yeah, as you can tell, with a lot of the sessions that I do on our lives, I don't, and even in person, of course, I very rarely ask any questions. Unlike a lot of, or some readers, everyone works a little bit differently. I prefer not to know much about you when I do a reading, as it gives me a bit of a clearer perspective in being able to tune into that energy, of course. So yeah, Catherine, please keep focused, please being positive, and don't let anything stand in the way in that respect as well. It's been a great pleasure connecting with everyone this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that would like a full session with me, please take a look at my website at sampetru.com.au. Sessions are available by telephone, WhatsApp and Zoom, Australia-wide and internationally. Or for those of you that are in Sydney, please come and visit me in Leichhardt for an in-person private session. It has been an absolute pleasure connecting with everyone tonight. Please stay safe as well, regardless of where you're from in the world. It's so lovely that we can all connect here, where we can all come together and be having, just to relax and to have a bit of a chat. That's the way that I like to see things. What's everyone doing for the rest of their week? Anything exciting planned, or always look forward to those things with family, friends. Try to keep yourself motivated. Yeah, it's very lovely to have. But we will do this quite regularly. I'm always here every Wednesday. I always try to give back as much as I can, of course, as well. I would also like to make a brief announcement as well for those of you that are still watching. This coming Sunday, for those of you in South Sydney, there will be a fundraiser, a big morning tea at Cars Park in Sydney South at the, I'm going to confirm the details of it and I'll post it in the comments. I'll be offering mini readings on the day to help raise funds for charity. So this is on Sunday, this coming Sunday at Cars Park, which is in Sydney South, near the suburb of Blakehurst, for those of you that might be near there. And I'll be offering mini readings as part of me donating to charity on the day. I'll post the details a little bit later though. But many blessings, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, Jade, thank you so much for your lovely feedback as well. Jade's just written in, I had a reading a while back and you said you see me having a baby boy and he's due in October. You were right. Many blessings to you, Jade. I love hearing positive stories like that. It's really lovely to hear. To good health and happiness to you all and your little family. Many blessings, everyone. It's a pleasure having you all. You all take care now and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much. Bye.